Do you want to grow your tomatoes, but you don't know where to start? You came to the right place, because in this video I will tell you how you can plant your tomatoes and make the best tomato setup for growing your tomatoes in just 1 square feet per plant. You will hear why cutting almost all the leaves from your tomatoes is not a bad idea. You will learn why planting your tomatoes sideways is very effective. I will tell you why I'm putting eggs in the planting holes. You will see how I make a passive irrigation system. In the end, I will show you how I made a semi-professional trellis system that will allow me to grow my tomatoes more than 10 feet tall. If you like this kind of content and want to watch more of it, please let me know by leaving a like. And if you aren't already subscribed, please do it now so you won't miss any gardening content from me. So without further ado, let's jump into the main content. Why planting your tomatoes the right way is so important? Because most of the things you can do to have a better tomato harvest and reduce your work over the growing season are done right now, when you're planting your tomatoes. And this is what I learned so far. If you will take anything from this video, take this very important thing. Tomato plants needs to be planted deep. This, in combination with some other minor tweaks in your planting process, will increase the production of your tomatoes and boost the health of your plants. Tomatoes are essentially vining plants. In nature, they grow on the ground like cucumbers. And because of that, they developed a beautiful surviving mechanism that we can exploit. When they grow on the ground in nature, their stem is in contact with the ground. So they developed a mechanism that everywhere the stem is touching the ground, it can root. Can you see the little tiny hairs on the stem? Every hair is a potential root growing out of it. By planting our tomatoes deep, we can provoke the root growth from the stem in that way that our tomato will have a bigger root system, increasing its water absorbing capacities. Here you can see one trick that I found useful if you have more tomato varieties in your planting layout. Put them somewhere on the ground following your planting layout before you will prune them. In that way you won't be able to misplace them or plant them in the wrong position. By pruning all the leaves from my tomatoes, I will reduce the chance of them getting infected. This is a simple process. Just cut all the leaves except the top crown, so you'll maximize the depth that the tomatoes will be planted in. And don't worry if your plants are a little taller. I will show you a simple trick to overcome that problem. If you have any flowers on your tomato plant, don't hesitate to cut them too. Now your tomato plant needs to focus all its energy to producing more roots and leaves, and not flowers and fruits. The next thing we need to do before planting them into the ground, that is crucial if you want your tomato plants to grow bigger and stronger roots, is to soak them in water for a minute or two. This will saturate the soil surrounding their roots, reducing the chance of getting them dry and increasing their growing speed. To put your tomato plants out of their growing container, gently squeeze it and tap on the bottom. Then turn your tomato plant upside down, and by holding the cup, the tomato plant should come right out. And don't try to pull it or anything, especially from the stem, because it can damage it and kill your plant. Be patient, because sometimes the tomato plant can get stuck inside. By soaking it a little bit more, it helps to loosen it and pull it out. What a beautiful root system! What do you think? Zero root bounty here, even with this small yogurt container. They are my first tomato plants grown from seed, and I'm so proud of myself. Hit the like button if you have also grown your first tomato plants from seeds, or if you're also proud of me. Now it's time to put my tomatoes into the ground. I dug a hole that will accommodate my tomato plant, and as you can see, the bottom part is composed mostly of sand. I don't know why this part of the garden had that much sand in it. Maybe the old pile that I cleared last year was a pile of construction debris or something. But it doesn't matter that much, because I filled my raised bed with compost, so the top foot or so is composed with compost mixed with the topsoil. But to amend the plant right off the bat and hitting them directly to the roots, because I will plant them deeper than the compost layer, I will crack one egg inside each planting hole. You heard me right, I will crack an egg in it. Watching other YouTubers, I found out many interesting tricks, and this trick came from Jess from the Roots and Refuge farm. I think this egg will slowly decompose, releasing potassium and calcium from the shell and nitrogen from the egg proteins, giving the tomato plant a growing boost. This is a possible explanation to the trick, but I'm not 100% sure. I will monitor this and let you know, and that's why I use this egg trick in 6 holes, so you'll be able to monitor if there will be any differences in the growing cycle of the tomato plants with an egg compared to those without an egg. Did you notice that this trellis string is a different color? This plant is actually my single seed challenge plant that I will make a video shortly. But in short, this is a challenge that was started by my gardening friend Scott, and you can follow me and other gardeners by following the hashtag single seed challenge here on YouTube. So what can you do if your tomato plants are taller like some of mine? Do you really need to dig a 2 feet deep hole? You don't. Instead, dig the hole wider than usual, in that way that you can lay your tomato plant on the side, maximizing the length of the stem that will get covered by the soil. Just be careful here, not to bend your stem too much, because it can break. A trick here would be to lay your tomatoes on the ground a few days prior, so they will naturally try to grow towards the sun and they will bend themselves. Before covering the tomato stem with your soil, make sure to bury the string that will help you trellis your tomatoes. I will show you how simple it is to make this professional trellis system, but before that, let me explain what those clay pots are doing in my raised bed. They are not warm towers, nor are they for my flowers. I'm using them as a passive, slow-releasing irrigation system. That's right, a passive irrigation system that cost me only a few bucks. So how did I make it, and how it works? Tomatoes are very prone to leaf mold, and that's why after planting them, I made a dirt mound, and why I will prune all the leaves up to 1 foot high after tomato plant will grow a little bit. And that is also why a slow releasing underground drip irrigation system is the best irrigation system for your tomatoes. In other words, tomatoes won't see any water, but their roots will. And making this irrigation system is very simple. All you need is some, and this is very important, non-glazed clay pots, a lid for the pot that will fit snugly on top, some tile cement, and some old broken tiles. You then prepare the tile cement and place the broken tile at the bottom of your ceramic pot, so that you cover the hole at the bottom. Then you pour the tile cement in it, give it a little tap to flatten the cement, and leave your pot for 24 hours, so the tile cement can harden. How this irrigation system works is genius. The unglazed ceramic is essentially porous and will let water through. You can see here exactly to which height I pour the water inside my pot. The water that passes through the clay will eventually migrate to the surrounding soil, making it perfectly moist for the roots. Also, the roots will feel the moisture and they will grow towards the pot, having even more water for themselves. All you will need to do is to fill the clay pot from time to time and cover it with a lid. The only tip here is to use clean water without any debris that can clog the pores in your clay pot. I will use one pot every 4 tomato plants that I have. Let's go back to the trellis system. Last year I had a problem. I was forced to cut the top of my tomatoes because they grow too much under the roof I made them. But this year I decided to mimic the professionals, so I decided to go with a moving trellis system. But unfortunately, it would cost me too much to buy it, so I decided to make my own. For this trellis system, all you need is a piece of string and a piece of wire. You screw the screws in a pattern like this and you twine your wire around them. After cutting the wire to the correct shape, you twine the string around it and voila! The main component of your new moving trellis system is done. You just need to attach it to a pole by some loops and bury the end of the trellis string near to the tomato in the ground. If you are wondering how this trellis system works, I will make a separate video when my tomatoes will be fully grown, so you can subscribe to not miss it. Or if you're watching in the future, you can click the annotation in the top right corner. Is this the most perfect system to plant your tomatoes or what? So for those of you who stuck to the end, I have an answer you deserve to hear. From a poll I made on my community tab, I saw that most of you don't know why you need to protect your tomato plants from the rain. This is because, as I mentioned, tomatoes are susceptible to tomato leaf mold, and by covering them and protecting them from the rain, their leaves won't get wet. Thus, you will lower the chances of getting them infected. Now if you're interested to hear how I made this beautiful tomato hoop house for my raised bed, follow this video that pop on the screen. If you enjoyed in this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more gardening tips and tricks. Happy gardening!